Well, you know what's cool right now? It's not the fact that the passionate fans are talking about the Triple Crown. Yeah, you could expect that. But it's when the people who hardly follow racing, but they know I do, they come up to you and they ask you, hey, does I'll Have Another have a chance? And I just think that's terribly exciting that they even know the horse's name. Can you imagine if he actually wins this race? What a kick that'll be for horse racing. And maybe we'll draw in a few more fans that we badly need in this sport for sure. But will he be one of the 11 that have tried since Affirm and failed, or is he that special specimen that's going to transcend here? Kind of the race sets up for him, looks pretty neat. He's got not much pace up front. He's got that great tactical speed, and boy, I tell you, if he's right and he's fit, he's got as good a chance as many of the others who are considered to be the top contenders. Now, what I haven't really heard a lot about, though, at least in discussion, is, why do the 11 horses fail to hit that bid? What patterns in data, past performances, can we learn from those failures and from those who've succeeded to hit the Triple Crown? Heck, even in the last few years, there have been several horses that have been favorites or low-priced horses that either didn't hit the board or they just missed the win spot. And what makes them different from the ones who actually pull it off? And what's kind of cool is we got the Belmont screener we're putting together anyway, so taking I'll Have Another through it, we're able to quickly learn that, yeah, he meets most of the criteria, totally makes sense, and so he's certainly rated a top win contender. Though there's one horse that's actually ranked higher, so we'll have to take a look at that one as the screener comes out this week. But what was neat, we looked at 40 variables. We tried to understand from these handicapping perspectives what separated these, especially the vulnerable favorites, from the favorites who actually pulled it off. And there was an interesting pattern that emerged that I'll Have Another is going to be a little bit up against, and that's probably why the Super Screener ranks him number 2. And that criteria that we learned that kind of, contributed to the losses of Animal Kingdom, horses like Smarty Jones, Icebox, Giacomo, Big Brown, others who were either Triple Crown bidders or horses that were, very, very strong favorites going into that race, but they just couldn't get it done. And here were the separators. It really separated those who got it done from those who didn't. Number 1, if the horse ran in the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, that was a huge, huge knock. I think Fleet Alex in 2005 was the last horse to do that, pull off the Belmont win after running in both races. But I tell you what, a troubled horse in the Derby who skips the Preakness and then goes to the Belmont Stakes, that's the horse you have to keep your eye on. So there are a couple that came out of the Derby that fit that profile, but that is the key. Second, and probably this is the most important, every single one of those vulnerable favorites that did not hit the board or were completely out of the money, they actually had either gone down in their brisk speed rating from the Derby to the Preakness, or they moved up no more than 1 point. Guess what? I'll Have Another had a 108 in the Derby and then a 109 in the Preakness. So he meets that profile. Kind of gives you an indication that horse is peaking. Really not a lot of upside movement there. And then lastly, the third criteria was there was either no workout or the workout was dull. Those were the 3 key separators. And unfortunately, I'll Have Another meets every one of those criteria. So he's got a little bit of a battle, a little test against history here. Can he pull it off? I gotta tell you, I'll be in the stands, one of those rooting the loudest, because I want to see a Triple Crown winner. And no question about it, this week leading up to it is going to be terribly exciting. And win or lose, my goodness, this is really great for horse racing. So I can't wait. May he go fast and win.